Kenneth Winters saw the fire jump Highway 152 headed northeast, so he sped north on Highway 280. He encountered an EOC volunteer near the front gate of the Borger greenhouse and asked what he could do to help.
The only person came by was Ken Winters.
Okay.
And he came up just immediately after Don came, let me put it this way, came fogging out of the greenhouse. I mean, he was pretty high rate of speed for that road. And Don says, "They're there." And I said, "Who's there?" He says, "An old man on oxygen." He says, "There's an old lady with Alzheimer's in bed, and another woman trying to help him."
Okay, so what did you do next after he told you that?
Well, just about that time, Ken pulled up on my right side.
And that'd be Ken Winters?
Ken Winters, yes.
Okay.
And I said, "Ken," I said, "Bill and Oleta's still there. We gotta help. We gotta get them."
He said, "We got to go in and get them out."
Okay.
I told him to lead the way. All right, we made a break for the house. I mean, because the fire, by then the fire was getting, it was closer a whole lot to us. And so we went inside, and Bill and Kathy was in the front room. He was having trouble with an oxygen bottle. Bill was trying to get his oxygen bottle hooked up, or get it changed. Well, Oleta was in bed, and because she couldn't get up, she was an invalid. She had a little kind of a bedspread of some kind over her. And James pulled it up and told her that, if I remember it right, he said, "We've come to help you. We got to get you out of here." James, we took her out in a wheelchair back down the walk to his truck. And I picked her up out of the wheelchair and put her in the passenger side door of his truck. Put the wheelchair in the back. And then I told James, I said, "Let me get Bill and Oleta. You get on out of here. I'll get Bill and Kathy. And we'll be right behind you."
I backed in here to turn around, head south, and that's when I discovered the flames as I backed up. Okay, and
Where'd you see the flames?
Is after I backed up and either headed forward to turn or after I turned, but right at that about the same moment, it became a solid fire.
Okay, where? Where was the fire?
All around me.
Okay.
I mean, front, sides. I didn't look out the back. But I know the front, on each side, because I glanced at her, and I couldn't see anything out the driver window, and I couldn't see anything out the windshield. When I left the flames, I came out of the flames about halfway across this parking lot.
So as you were driving west down that lane, those trees were on fire.
Yes.
On both sides of you?
Yes.
Okay.
It was solid flames. And until I came out of the flames, I mean, well, there's no logic as to how I got out.
And she was, the best I recall, was trying to get him to see why the oxygen bottle wasn't working. And he said he had a full one in his bedroom. And I found it. That's when we left the house and headed for the pickup. Kathy was on one side of him, and I was on the other side. And we was moving right along.
Show us the same thing you just talked about, where that fire was as you all came out.
All right, this was already on fire. This is the house. This part was already on fire. All of this back here was on fire. This would have been the way we'd have come out if we'd had enough time.
But it was blocked by fire?
It was blocked by fire, and you couldn't see anything. I told Kathy Ryan, because I knew this is growed up. This was bigger trees, older trees in here. I remember this circle drive being here. The fire wasn't to this corner yet. And I told Kathy, I said, "You stay right on my bumper, and if my pickup stalls, you hit me, because I'm going to break the fence over here with my pickup."
When you said this to Kathy, Where were you and where was she?
They was getting in her pickup.
You turned and ran to your pickup?
Yes, sir.
Then what?
I thought it could have been running. I can't answer that question. But I dropped it in gear and I put it on the floor.
Okay.
But then, this was, I mean, all you see was flames and smoke and heat here. All right, this part was all on fire. I got in my truck, come around this road, and cut back, dropped right straight down as fast as my pickup had run. Jumped this road, and I split the T-post and blowed through the fence.
After bursting through the flames and fence, Ken Winters looked in his rear-view mirror. Kathy, Ryan, and Bill Pfeffer did not appear. Kathy's truck would not start. Kathy, Ryan, and Bill Pfeffer did not make it out alive.
And Mom died the same way she lived her life, helping other people.
That's I guess it's kind of a proclamation from Governor Rick Perry in honor of both of my parents. He did this for us after Mom died, and it talks about how, and I'll just read it: in the face of grave danger, undaunted, Kathy Ryan made the ultimate sacrifice, and in that moment took her place in the Hall of Heroes of Legendary Texans. And I keep that over at the dining table here because it's the center of our house, and it reminds me what she gave me. The strength and the fortitude to keep going and to build a future and to make a good place for my family and for others that I'm around, because she really loved people. She really helped people more than just on March the 12th. And so I keep that there as a reminder of her example.